Good morning students. Our chapter number 6 combustion and flame is going on. In the first period we learn about combustion, combustible and non-combustible substances and how air is required for the combustion. Today we will see the remaining part of this chapter. In the first period we covered up to activity 6.3. Now see the activity 6.3. Place a piece of burning wood or charcoal on an iron plate or tawa. We are aware about that tawa which is used in our home. Cover it with glass jar or a tumbler. We have to cover that burning piece of wood. We have to cover with the glass jar or transparent plastic jar or plastic jar. Transparent plastic jar also we can use that. Observe what happens, and does charcoal or the piece of wood stop burning after some time, and can you think of the reason why it stopped burning? I will tell you the answer why the piece of charcoal or the piece of wood will stop the burning. The glass jar cut off the supply of oxygen from the air. Oxygen is required for the burning. We are aware about that. And the glass jar which we are using, that cut off the supply of oxygen from the air, and it extinguishes the fire. It stops the fire because the combustible compounds use oxygen where air to chemically combine with oxygen and release heat and light. For that it need oxygen to keep burning. To burning process, for a burning process it required continuous oxygen. It requires continuous oxygen. When cut off the supply of oxygen, when we cut the supply of oxygen or air, that time it will be stop burning. Now next, you might have heard that when the clothes of a person catch fire, the person covered with blanket to extinguish fire. And can you guess why? You can see the image in figure 6.3, blanket wrapped around a person whose clothes catch fire. Now it is most important and useful thing which is mentioned here. A person whose clothes are catches fire, that person will be covered with the blanket, to extinguish fire. And can you guess why? Same answer which is we are find out in activity 3 6.3. What is the answer? When we covered the blanket, when we covered that person with the blanket, that blanket cut off the supply of oxygen. That blanket cut off the supply of oxygen from air, and that extinguishes, that stop the fire. We are aware about that the combustible compounds, they are using oxygen from air to chemically combine with oxygen and release heat and light energy, during heat and light energy, and for that purpose they require oxygen. And when we covered that person with the blanket, that time what happened? It cut off the supply of oxygen, and that's why the burning will be stopped. Now recall some your experiences. Now recall some of your experiences. Was first question was there, does a mastic burn by itself? No. How does it burn? While rubbing. While rubbing on the mastic box, side of the mastic box. We are aware about that. Now next one is, you must have had an experience burning a piece of paper. Burning a piece of paper. Does it burn when a burning of mastic is brought near it? Yes. When the burning of the piece of paper, when we are burning mastic brought near to it, that time it will be burn. That time it can burn easily. Now the next question is, can you burn a piece of wood by bringing a lighted matchstick near it? No, we cannot burn the piece of wood by the lighted matchstick, because the ignition temperature, we will find out the concept of ignition temperature in the next part. The ignition temperature of wood is higher, and it requires more heat to start burning, and the mastic is not given that much temperature to reach the ignition temperature. For that purpose we cannot burn a piece of wood by bringing lighted matchsticks to near it. Now the last one question is there, why do you have to use paper or kerosene oil to start fire in wood or coal. Wood or coal. Because the ignition temperature of wood or coal is higher and requires more heat. Here we required paper or kerosene to start the fire in wood or coal, because the ignition temperature of wood and coal is higher and it requires more heat to start burning, and for that purpose we are using a piece of paper or kerosene, because they have a low ignition temperature than wood or coal. Now next question is that, have you heard about forest fires? Forest fires. Here we are aware about that forest fires. Now see, some information was given how forest fire will be formed during extreme heat of summer. During extreme heat of summer, at some places dry grasses catch fire. Dry grasses catch fire. From grasses it spread to trees, and very soon the whole forest is on fire, and it is very difficult to control such a fires, because forests are very vast and it can catch the fire in not in a one direction. It can catch the fire in a different direction. That's why it is difficult to control such a forest fires. Now the next point, do these experiences tell you that different substances catch fire at different temperature? Now from that we can aware about that the different material can catch the fire at the different temperatures. For matchstick, little bit amount of heat is required. For the wood, it is required more amount of temperature, more amount of heat energy. Now here the lowest temperature at which a substance catches fire is called its ignition temperature. Now the lowest temperature, see the definition. The lowest temperature at which a substance catches fire is called its ignition temperature. एखादा पदार्थ की तो एकदम कमी टेम्परेचर मध्ये, ज्या कमी टेम्परेचर मध्ये त्याला आग लागू शकते, तो जळू शकतो, ते त्याचं काय इग्नायशन टेम्परेचर. मॅचस्टिक नुसते आपण फायर केली, रब केली एखाद्या खरबरीत जागेवरती, तरी पण सुद्धा ती जळू शकते. पण वूड मटेरियल तसं जळू शकतं का? नाही. त्यामुळे काय, तर मॅचस्टिकचा इग्नायशन टेम्परेचर कमी आहे, त्याचा इग्नायशन टेम्परेचर कमी आहे, आणि वूडचा इग्नायशन टेम्परेचर जास्त आहे. नाउ हियर, can you tell now why matchstick does not catch fire on its own at room temperature? Because the ignition temperature of the matchstick is greater than the room temperature. That's why it cannot catch the fire. When it reaches to the ignition temperature, that time it can catch the fire. And why does the matchstick start burning on rubbing? Start burning on rubbing it on the side of matchbox. On the side of matchbox. Why? Because when we rub the matchstick on the box, you get friction. When you rub a matchstick on the box, on the side of the box, that time you get the friction between the घर्षण. ते घर्षण होतं, घासलं जातं बरोबर त्या साईडशी. when you get the friction, and which means you get heat, and this heat is sufficient to reach the matchstick to reach its ignition temperature. And that time when the matchstick gets its ignition to reach its ignition temperature, that time it will be start burning. Now here the information is given about the history of matchbox, the history of matchstick or matchbox. Here the history of matchstick is very old, more than 5,000 years ago. The history of matchstick is very old, more than 5,000 years ago. Small pieces of pine wood dipped in sulfur were used as matches in ancient Egypt. In ancient Egypt it is used. The modern safety match was developed only about 200 years ago, and now we are using that matchbox or matchstick was developed only 200 years ago. A mixture of antimony trisulfide, potassium chloride, and white phosphorus with some glue and starch was applied on the head of the match made of suitable wood. we are aware about that in the front there some chemicals are sticked on that particular suitable wood material. When struck against the rough surface, when match struck against the rough surface, when match stick struck against the rough surface, that time what happened? White phosphorus got ignited. White phosphorus got ignited due to the heat of friction. Due to the heat of friction, and this started the combustion of match. However, white phosphorus proved to be a dangerous both for the workers involved in the manufacturing of matches for and for the users. Now here, which things are used to prepare the matchstick? A mixture of antimony trisulfide, potassium chloride, and white phosphorus, and some glue and starch was applied on the head of the match made of suitable wood material. And when we struck against the rough surface, when we struck that matchstick against the rough surface, that time what happened? The white phosphorus got ignited because the ignition temperature of the white phosphorus is very low, and it got ignited due to the heat because of friction. Because of the friction, ज्यावेळेस आपण ती मॅच ज्यावेळेस आपण ती काडी ज्यावेळेस आपण घासतो त्यावेळेस काय होतं? त्यावेळेस जो फॉस्फरस आहे, व्हाईट फॉस्फरस आहे, तो जळायला चालू करतो. त्या घर्षणामुळे तो जळायला चालू करतो. अँड दिस स्टार्टेड द कंबशन ऑफ मॅच. However, white phosphorus proved to be dangerous both for the workers and the white phosphorus. It is dangerous for the workers who are manufacturing the matches and for the users. For that purpose, what happened? These days, the head of safety match contain only antimony trisulfide and potassium chloride. Potassium chloride. The rubbing surface has powdered. The rubbing surface has powdered glass and little red phosphorus. Little bit amount of red phosphorus, which is much less dangerous. And when the match is struck against red phosphorus, get converted into white phosphorus. And when the matchstick is struck against the rough surface, that time some red phosphorus get converted into the white phosphorus, and this immediately reacts with the potassium chloride in the matchstick head to produce enough heat to ignite antimony trisulfide and start the combustion. Nowadays, this type of matchstick we are using. Now here we find that the combustible substance cannot catch fire or burn as long as its ignition temperature is lower than its ignition temperature. Now from these many more questions and many more activities, from that we can aware about that, we can found that combustible substance cannot catch fire by itself, when it burn, as long as it have to reach for its ignition temperature. That time it can only burn. Now here one question was mentioned: have you ever seen cooking oil catching fire when a frying pan is kept for long on a burning stove? Now I will repeat the question. Have you ever seen cooking oil catching fire when a frying pan is kept for a long time on a burning stove? Yes, you can seen that you can saw that in the television ad also. Yes, because the cooking oil catch fire when a frying pan is kept on a burning stove for a long time, because during this long time oil gets its ignition temperature, and as we know, oil is a flammable liquid, so it catch fire. Oil is a flammable liquid, and when it kept for a long time on the frying pan, that time it gets its ignition temperature and it start burning. Kerosene oil and wood do not catch fire on their own at room temperature. We are aware about that kerosene oil we are storing in our home, and wood also, and that cannot catch fire their own at a room temperature. We are aware about that. But If kerosene oil is heated a little, if a kerosene oil is heated little, it will catch the fire. It will catch the fire, yes. But if wood is heated a little, wood is heated a little, it would still not catch fire. Still not catch fire. Suppose for this activity, kerosene oil is heated little bit, and that same amount of heat we provide for the wood, that time wood cannot catch the fire. That time kerosene catch the fire, but same amount of heat that we give for the wood, that time wood cannot catch the fire. Why? Because the kerosene oil's ignition temperature, is lower than wood. That's why the wood is not burn the same amount of heat which is provided to the kerosene oil. That amount of heat which is provided to the wood, that time wood cannot catch the fire. Now, does it mean that the ignition temperature of kerosene oil is lower than that of wood? Yes, the ignition temperature of kerosene oil is lower than the wood. And does it mean that we need to take special care in storing of kerosene oil? Yes, it is required to store the kerosene oil very perfectly, because when it reaches to its ignition temperature, suppose it will be little bit heated and it's get reaches to its ignition temperature, that time it will be start burning. And the following activity shows that it is essential for a substance to reach its ignition temperature, to burn. And this activity we will see in the next period.